All right. Welcome everyone for another edition of the Friday Night Strike, where I just kind of sit and chat with you guys out in the live chat and hang out with you guys. We are not going to be talking about food this evening because everybody's stuffed now. Everyone is stuffed. No food. So, but that doesn't mean I may or may not be snacking on something anyway. So, just fair warning. But yeah. So who we got out there? We got Jason Stewart out there. We got Glock 23 every day, all day out there. He knows how I feel about Glocks, but he still comes back. So, okay. Tacos and French fries is out there. How you doing, tacos and French fries? So, anyway, so what's going on, guys? Our buddy Joe Zawala's out there. What's going on, Joe? How you doing? Who else is out there? If you're watching out there, go ahead and make sure you make a comment in live chat. Otherwise, we don't know you're there. I mean, if you want to be silent, it's great. But, at least say hi or something. Otherwise, no one knows you're there. And not saying anything and not participating. It's a lonely way. It's a lonely way. Tacos and French fries says he's doing good. Jason Stewart says it's Feel Fat Friday. It is, but I'm intentionally doing it to myself because when I was at Walmart the other day, like specifically yesterday, I got some double stuffed Oreos. And yeah, okay, Night Strike's gonna get fat. Justin Grimm said, not really, Glock 23, but nice try. He says, Glock 23 every day, all day says, don't worry, you can be a closet Glock fan. Well, if closet Glock fan means I just like the Gen 117s, then I guess. Yeah. Would I ever buy one? I probably would build a Gen 117 before I'd buy one. Justin Grimm says, what's wrong with Glocks? They're not made of steel, and they don't have a 7-round magazine. That's what's wrong with Glocks. That should tell you all you need to know. And if you need more context, all I'm going to say is 2 world wars. Yes, I am joking, but my first handgun wasn't a Glock. It was a 1911. So there you go. Old 60 Armory's out there saying hi, Night Strike. Hi, Old 60 Armory. How you doing, buddy? Rollis Carvelis is out there. Good evening from Jax. Making some 300 rum tonight. Okay. Cool. Let us know how that works out. Yeah. So. What's going on, guys? Anything happened from, I guess, last night? You guys want to talk about? I mean, I know I saw Matt's there was a terrorist attack in London, and I did. If you weren't watching, I did comment and ask if the police ran away from that one too, because the police in London aren't armed, so obviously the only thing they can do when a terrorist attacks is run away. So, anyway, you got a question or a comment, something you want to talk about, just go ahead and post it out in the chat. Glock 23 said, I ordered a pizza today. All right. What kind did you get? Clint, that is exactly right. Clint says at Justin Grimm, nothing is wrong with blocks. Nope, there's nothing wrong with playing with blocks. That's not what he meant at all, but well, my first handgun was a 1911, and it was made. It's made in the Philippines, but at least it's an American design. Wow. Uh-oh. Kingpin says, be right back in 30 seconds. Thanks for the warning. Okay, Domino's is good, but what kind? What do you have on pizza? There's only few things that I put on a pizza. I know some people give people shit for having ham and pineapple on pizza. I won't order it like that myself, but I will eat it. How can you striker the night? Well, it's dark outside, so I'm striking. Just take that. Uh-oh. Mike from Budget Guns and Gears out there. Uh-oh. Watch out. We got a celebrity here. Let me send a few links out. There we go. If he wants to jump in, he can. All right, I got some links out there. If somebody wants to jump in, they can. They're not required to. All right, so what's been going on? Ghost Shadow says, damn, YouTube not getting out notices. Yeah, no. YouTube doesn't do notices for me anymore either. Jason Stewart says, tomorrow is the big game. Yes, tomorrow is the big game, and I am fully stocked with food, so I don't need to worry about it. Moving on. Block 23, everyday all day says, pep extra. He had pepperoni, extra cheese, mushrooms, onions, and black olives. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm not that big a fan of mushrooms, but, hey, I'd probably eat them on that pizza because that sounds like a good combo right there. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Budget says he wouldn't go that far. Yeah, well, Old 60 Armory says, think you misspelled streaking. No, I spelled strike. I misspelled strike perfectly. So nice try, but there you go. Put on your reading glasses next time. Just saying. Anyways, Clint says he likes grilled chicken, bacon, and jalapenos on his pizza. Okay. But it says, sorry, I'm at work. Well, you shouldn't be on here if you're at work. Shame on you. After 70 car pileup blamed on slick roads Tuesdays, state still going on that studded tires need to be banned. Yeah. So, Ghost Shadow says every day at Glock 23 every day all day. Good till you added the black olives. No. Okay, sausage or pepperoni or both. Black olives, onions on a pizza. It's the best. If you want to add jalapenos, I don't mind. If you want to add, just red peppers, that's also good. If you just want, if you want to add mushrooms, that's fine. Not a big fan, but hey, I'll eat it. You don't pass up a good pizza. So, but yeah, this is not a food chat tonight, so we're moving on from the pizza. Does anybody see any good deals? Not in this, it doesn't have to necessarily be gun deals, but any good tech deals or any good deals that you saw at the store or in the ads. I mean, I'm considering going a couple places after this. There's still a couple places open right now. Clint says black olives are ready to go good with his lobster. Well, I'm sure it does. Clock 23 Everyday All Day says I posted one earlier. Where'd you post it? How do we know if you don't post? You don't tell us where the post. So, where did you post it? All right. Anyways. Okay, so Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike for over a year in USMC, everything had green bell pepper and black olives, even the oatmeal, applesauce, etc. Now I have to ask: did the peanut butter and the jelly have black bell pepper and black olives? Because even if it did, I'd still probably eat it. He says here, third post in the chat. Okay, well, let's scroll up. Okay. He said, I picked up 20 boxes of 240 Smith & Wesson ammo for $40 a piece online with rebate. Ooh, that's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal. I wish there was more boxes. Got the last two. Always use extra target ammo. Yeah, that's true. It's not necessarily a deal if you bought the last box, Just saying. You gotta be more specific and, save some for everyone else, of course, but still. Hey. Man. Let me see. Let me go through the news, see if there's anything we can actually talk about. I don't really want to go and check the news right now, but shit, why not? I've been doing stuff almost every day this week. So I've been doing a lot of live stuff lately. You notice that? I mean, I don't mind doing live stuff. If you guys like it, I'll continue doing it. But every day, wow, it's pretty hard. Yeah, don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about that. Okay, Mayor PDB is lying. That's a big surprise. He's a Democrat. Apparently he's being objecting to being called a lying MF. So, well, don't lie and you won't be called that. Or just don't go on, national television and lie like that. There's some. All right, so what else we got there? Justin Grimm says not seeing anything spectacular this year. No, the only real spectacular deals are the stuff the electronic deals, not so much gun deals. Gun deals, I hate to say it, but I think the deals during July 4th are better than most you get during Christmas or you get for Black Friday. I'm just from personal experience. What else? Rolas Gonzalez says SWFA the 3x15 for $400 and the 5x20 for $999. Well, that might be a good deal. Kingpin says, I'm smart. I am going to get in line tonight for next year. Yes. Glock 23 all day says, I need 10K target ammo at all times. You do. Kingpin says, at Night Strike, so you approve of lying in private? No, I don't approve of lying at all. But when you're a politician, whether it doesn't matter what office you're running for, you're going to lie regardless. So if someone calls you out on lying in general, and if you really are lying, then yeah, you should just take it as, I guess, a badge of honor because you're doing what you do best as a politician. Or if it irks you at being called a liar, then I guess just don't lie. Hey, how about that? There you go. The Ghost Shadow says, I've seen some super gun part prices, but they are on items that are out of stock. That's always the case for me. Glock 23 every day, all day says Cyber Monday might be a good day for guns and ammo. Might be. Cyber Monday is always one of those days that, might be a good day. Yeah. So, there's that. So, yeah. Anything else? Any deals or things you guys want to point out? No. I mean, we're getting close to Christmas. Any Christmas ideas? I did see one article where a Florida man shoots robber who pointed an AK-47 at him. Saw that one. So I saw that one. It says, we hear much about continuing exploits of Florida man. He's become the object of a lot of well-deserved ridicule around the inner tubes. Florida man's been known to relieve himself in inappropriate places, challenge cops to drag races, stash drugs in unusual locations, and can be easily bribed with pizza. But not every Florida man is deserving of ridicule. Just ask Luis Valdez and Travis Pike. One such upstanding individual is Donovan Stewart of Miami. He was in his car early Monday in Liberty City, Florida, when an armed individual apparently tried to carjack him. According to CBS Miami, Stewart said, he opened the door like this and pointed his AK-47, and I reached like this and got my gun. This is how I did this to him. So I thought, you're going to kill me now, so I have to act quickly because I am trained. I have a security license. I have a G license, a gun license, and I have a state firearms license and concealed firearms license and a concealed weapons permit. And I have a gun, and I'm a member of the NRA. Well, he had me until he was a member of the NRA. Okay. Anyways, he says, I'm going to defend my life and those I love. My family is innocent, and just don't put an AK in my face. I will not allow that to happen. This guy also hijacked a woman in a van and was found with her car keys. He robbed another woman at gunpoint. Well, obviously, he was using an AK. The guy I killed last night, he put an AK-47 to my face. Well, he said D-face, but, I'm not going to say the curse word right now. But he said, I am from Kingstown in Jamaica. He said, and I am not going to go out like a punk. So I emptied my Glock into his chest. The man tried to get in my van while I was sleeping, and he was surprised to see what I did. Ah. So someone lives in their van. There we go. The armed man had reportedly carjacked a woman the same way before choosing Mr. Stewart as his next victim. And there's a little meme gif at the end from The Last Crusade where the knight is saying, he chose poorly. And yes, that guy did choose poorly. Don't try and get in someone's vehicle with an AK unless you've got ammo and you're going to use it. Just saying. Anyways, I just figured I'd mention that. So let's go back out to the chat, see what they're talking about. All right. Say, Olight is running sales all weekend. If you need an Olight, get an Olight. They're pretty good. Never hear bad things about them. Blemished AR 9mm lower, $29 out of stock. Yes. My birthday comes before Christmas. Clock 23 every day, all day says, well, happy birthday ahead of time, buddy. So, just letting you know. Ghost Shadow says, going to try and build a 9mm and 45 ACP AR by Christmas. I'm going to try and get the adapter I need for the Colt and Uzi magazines for my AR, and then eventually I'm going to get a 9mm upper. I don't know which one I want. I kind of want to get the faux Colt SMG upper to put on there, but I don't know if I would necessarily want to pay $375 for it. I'm a little cheap and a little tight on money right now, so yeah, not so much. Let's see. Ghost Shadow. Kingpin says 104-year-old woman kills a deer on her first hunt. Well, good. Tony, I sent you a link if you want to jump in. Just check your email, buddy. Arson Tony says at least he had an AK. Yeah, apparently don't bring an AK to a pistol fight. Yeah. Arson Tony also says that Kingpin putting salt licks out are popular with old people. Ooh. Okay. Jason Stewart says, I won the tug of war with the wishbone yesterday. I wished for a Michigan beatdown and world peace. I'll know if I'll get one of the two. He says, I know I'll get one of the two. All right. Jokes that may be true. Florida man. Blank. Yeah, he's been amputated, getting stuck in a trunk. In other news, Florida elephant expected to make full recovery after airway obstruction removed. Yeah, go Shadow. Yeah. See? Glock to the rescue. Laugh out loud at Night Strike. Well, they didn't say he used a Glock. Could have used the 1911. Arson Tony says, okay. Ghost Shadow says, I figure I can get parts to build an entire AR for under $300. Yeah, you probably could if you do deals. But with what I'm doing for my AR build is I still got to get the pistol buffer, and I don't know if I want a blade thin or if I want to get one of those braces. And I got to put that on my lower receiver, and then I got to get the complete upper that is compatible with like Colt SMG mags. Because if I'm going to build a 9mm AR, I want it to be kind of original. So a Colt SMG style pistol build seems cooler and more interesting than just doing the standard Glock magazine build, because it seems like everybody and their brother does the Glock magazine build, but seldom do people do the Colt SMG build. And I know that's because Glock mags, they say Glock mags are plentiful, and that Glock mags are easier, but I don't have a Glock, so it doesn't bother me if I have to buy a bunch of Colt SMG mags, surplus or new. Because, by the way, they're still selling them. Plus, I can also use Uzi mags, so what's the matter? Those you can get those cheap surplus too. So, I mean, you're gonna have to pay for magazines one way or the other. So it doesn't matter whether you use Glock or Colt mags, but whatever. I just don't like Glock magazines in an AR. That's what it is. You got me. So, Tony, you there?
It's not an AR if you put a Glock magazine in it.
That's what I'm saying. It's not an AR if you put Glock mags in. But I understand why people do it, because they probably already have a Glock already and they've got hundreds of mags for them, so they can just reuse those magazines with the rifle. I understand that. It's just I don't like how they look.
I'm just not a big fan of pistol caliber carbines.
I'm not a big fan either, because I've also contemplated just getting the 5.56 10.5-inch upper from PSA with the bayonet lug on it and just call it done.
I mean, my Glock 19 is just fine the size it is. I mean, it's very handy.
Just having a pistol caliber AR-15 and be done with it. That's what I was thinking of doing. But I don't mind the pistol caliber carbine. If you want one, great. I'm gonna finish building mine eventually, but I'm
not judging other people. I'm just telling you what I like. So
yeah, and neither am I. I just don't like the Glock magazines.
What do you mean you don't like Glock? It's perfection.
In the AR, I don't like it.
Yeah, not the AR.
Because the weird if you look at an AR with Glock magazines, it's got a weird slant to it. You know that? And that just reminds
philosophically and physically, it has a slant to it.
It just reminds me of that awful Glock grip. That's all it does.
What awful Glock grip? You know what I've really been happy with here just recently?
What have you been happy with?
The extensions for the Glock 42 magazine.
Oh, those, yeah.
Was it the X? Shoot. See, this is why I can't come on live, because I can't remember anything. I'm getting too old.
Well, that's okay. Did you get your package?
No. Wait a minute. Is this from you or from G-Webs?
It should be from me. It should be.
Oh, you know what? This is too heavy to be from G-Webs. Yeah. I bought one of the stockings, the camo stockings.
Yeah. Now
I'm excited because this is probably.
That's the founder pack.
Yeah, this is something I can use. I'm just kidding, G-Webs. I just bought that from G-Web. No, you know what? I bought the camo stocking to annoy my wife for the fireplace mantle.
Did she not like gun stuff?
Well, she hasn't seen it yet, but no. Well, isn't it? Well, it's a long story, but you know how you marry opposite. She's like she's like a JFK Democrat. Like, she's a good Democrat, right? If there if there are any good Democrats, she's one of them. But she's not like a wacko like AOC or somebody. But she's a good Democrat. But anyway, she doesn't like. Well, she hasn't seen it yet, so.
Yeah, I doubt she watches my channel, so I think you're safe.
Well, I've already told her about you. She knows you're a good guy. So how you help me with the server and stuff.
I'll help you more. If you need more help, just let me know. You know that, dude.
We got to work out the Amazon.
That's right.
What was it the other night? Who was it was saying? I read a comment on one of your videos, or was it live, where someone was talking about they were trashing Amazon. And I was like, dude, for business, Amazon Web Services are the bomb.
Well, they were trashing Amazon because Amazon, like Google itself, they're not gun friendly. But again, if Amazon is taking money for your server hardware and equipment and to host your data on their platform, if they're taking your money,
Amazon is more business friendly than Google. Okay, because Bezos knows business more than any of those idiotic Google people.
Granted, yes, Amazon doesn't want you putting too many gun stuff on Amazon's platform. But for web hosting and whatnot, Amazon's not gonna do anything like that because they realize they're gonna lose profit if they tell people what they can and can't host on their servers.
I think if the average person doesn't understand how deep into web services that Amazon is into. You know what I mean? If you just Google AWS and you go and look at the how deep into business and web services that Amazon has gotten, with everything from just cloud computing to storage to IT, there's no comparison. So I don't even pay attention to some people who.
I realize their angst, but again, when you're doing business, you gotta keep your if you run a business that's an online website, you need to make sure your website, your server, and your backup is reliable.
It has to be reliable and affordable.
It has to be reliable, and it has to be affordable.
And that's what Amazon does.
If you can't be reliable and affordable, then guess what? You need to make a hell of a lot more money than you're making in order to keep it online. Yeah,
because you know what's going to happen the first time someone loses all their data on GunTube, and you can't back it up. You know what I mean. The first time that the crap hits the fan, that's when people are going to realize who. Yeah. And reliability is the issue, is the key. Most people don't even understand what you go through when you're running a server like you are.
So I don't know if you heard, Tony, but I bit the bullet yesterday and I went to Walmart.
I saw your picture on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I got the 50-inch 4K smart TV for $148.
Who was that on Instagram that showed the Friday
line? That was me.
That was you. Yeah, that was you. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. My brother's in the green hat.
What did you get?
I got a 50-inch 4K smart TV for $148.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I looked elsewhere, but for a smart TV and that in 4K, most of them are like $278, $300 up to $300 or more.
You know what's cool is the Fire Stick.
Well, see, this smart TV has a built-in Roku, so if I've got a built-in Roku, I'm set because I only use Roku. So,
well, in any event, something that you can plug into the TV that is wireless. Because I don't know how many times we've had when we're building houses, how many times people have changed their minds on where the TV is going to be, and we've had to move the connections. Such a pain in the butt. So anyway.
Yeah.
Logistics.
All right, so let's go through some of the comments out there. Ghost Shadow saying, "Nice strike. Did you ever look at my M1 carbine photo of Matt on Matt's Discord about where it was modified to fire a 45 Win Mag? Good for moose and bear." Yeah, I did. But don't take this the wrong way, Ghost Shadow. 45 Winchester Magnum is good, but if you're gonna have an M1 carbine, I'll be of the opinion that you're better off just keeping it in 30 carbine.
Yeah, I had one when I was a teenager.
I like unmodified M1 carbines. I'm not that a big fan of modifying them to shoot other calibers, and I just don't see the point when it was built to fire 30 caliber. Just saying.
I'll tell you a quick funny story. When I was in high school, I bought one at a pawn shop, right? This was like 1977, okay? And it was like $250, right? So I had no idea what I had in my hands. We go out, and my friend took me frog gigging, okay? And I was like, okay, you gig and I'll shoot. Wait, I didn't realize, I had no idea what I had in my hands. But anyway, we were splattering frogs all over the place. But anyway, that might be a little bit violent talk for your chat. So.
It might be just a little bit, because we all know how violent you can get.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys, Tony is probably the nicest guy I know on the YouTube and just around. But when you get Tony riled up, I mean, you get him really riled up, you can hear the anger in his 7 emails he sends to you in like 20 minutes.
So I think this is kind of a bit like the claims against Trump that aren't true. So
you can hear the seething in that text that he is it was fastidiously typed out.
What are you talking about?
I'm just messing with you. That's it.
I was trying to remember.
Like, the last time someone irked you, I got like 7 emails in the span of like 3 minutes. Wow. Don't get Tony angry, because he will turn into the Hulk. I'm telling you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't, Tony. But I am just kidding with Tony, guys. Tony is actually a really great guy, and if Tony, if you need anything, you just let me know, all right, man?
Well, you've always been good to help me, and I appreciate it. So,
hey, it's no problem.
Just all that back end stuff you help me with.
Yep.
Now, most people won't understand what that means, but it's okay.
He's talking about computer stuff, guys. Just so there's no miscommunication or misconceptions, because me and Tony don't swing that way.
No, we're too far apart. He's like 400 miles away. So. But otherwise, maybe.
He's not that far away. He's just one state over. I've actually driven through your city before, so.
Well, I know it takes about 5 hours to get to Wofford, where Alex goes to school. So I think you're another couple of hours from there, right?
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, but I've driven but I've moved from Kentucky to Georgia, and when I moved down to Georgia, I basically I did like several car trips, and we had to drive through Chattanooga each and every time. So.
It's about 7 hours. It's about 6.5 hours to Savannah or Charleston. I've been to both.
Yeah.
Both those.
But this is when I was moving to Atlanta, because I lived in Atlanta a dozen number of years ago.
Oh God!
Before that, I lived in Louisville. So I was moving everything down from Louisville all the way down to Atlanta, and as I said, I had to go through Chattanooga several times, just because it was more of a straight shot going through Chattanooga than trying to go through somewhere else.
Yeah, Atlanta will test your driving skills and your What your mental health?
This is before I was. This is before I was into guns. This is actually even before I was 21 too. And me and the family, we moved down to Atlanta. And you know what part of Atlanta we lived in?
Marietta?
No, better than Marietta.
Where?
Kennesaw.
Oh, that's about the same.
It's about the same, but
it's a little farther north than Marietta, right?
The thing about Kennesaw is Kennesaw had it has that law on the books, from like the 70s or 80s, where everyone is required to own a firearm. They don't enforce the law, but it was just nice to see that the city I had lived in had a nice law like that.
Well, it's just they were looking out for you.
They were looking out for me. All right, so one of the messages out there. Rich White says there's a reason that 45 Win Mag 1911 was called the Grizzly. Yes, there is that reason. Glock 23 every day, all day says so. She's more like a Clinton Democrat. I guess he's referring to your wife. I don't know.
Where's the comment about Clinton?
No, be nice, Tony. Be nice, Tony. No, see, his wife isn't a Clinton Democrat, because if she was, he'd have to worry about how many people she's killed.
Well, plus I put her through an evaluation before I married her, so
yeah, you got to do that.
She's not a Clinton Democrat. Most people don't understand the difference between a Clinton Democrat and a JFK Democrat. So that's their problem, not mine.
Well, a JFK Democrat, while yes, they're a bit forward thinking, but the issue is they're not so far removed from the Democratic Party that they want communism and they want total control, and they don't want the people to have anything like the modern Democrats are. Or as I like to call them, the modern communists.
Right.
All right.
But I mean, it's like the Kennedys were staunch enemies of communism. So they were the last Democrats to be that way. Actually,
it's because the reason they were like that is because I assume John told everybody what the communists were like when he was fighting with the Germans during World War II.
Yeah, and of course Robert was a huge enemy of. Yeah.
So John probably had firsthand knowledge, but Ghost Shadow is saying had two Automag 4 pistols, paid $410 for each of them. Fired 45 Win Mag, sold first for $4,000. Had to sell the second. The guy offered $5,000 cash. Ooh. Well, I guess you made your money on that one. Jason Stewart says the CMP has the 80,000 Philippine M1 Garands. Yep, I know, but unfortunately, I am saving for an M1 Garand, so I've got an a Night Strikes M1 Garand fund. So if you want to super chat me and help me with the Garand fund, that'd be great. If you don't, well then I'll keep wishing.
Have you got access to the CMP organization, like a club?
Yeah, I'm part of the M1 Garand Collectors Association.
Okay, like our rifle club is part of the CMP.
Yeah. Well, see, I looked up the website of what they. I looked up the website, and it says all you need to do is you need to be part of a club that shoots, or you have to have a CWP. Okay, those are one of the requirements. The other is you have to be in a club. Okay,
right.
So I joined the Grand Collectors Association. I've got a CWP. Hey, guess what? I got the requirements. All I have to do is just, mail in a copy and mail in a payment to them for like a field grade Garand, and then there you go. I got a field grade
You
grid.
got to have your birth certificate.
Oh, I've got a certified copy of my birth certificate.
Yeah.
And the reason why I have a certified
or like one of the new driver's licenses. What is it called?
I've got that too.
Yeah.
I've got that too.
I don't have one of those yet. I'm resisting.
You were resisting, but I had to get it because I was flying. So
yeah,
some states require it in order to get into the states. So
Well, when I renew my driver's license, I have to do it. So.
Rich Wright says JFK wasn't fighting the Nazis. He was in the Navy in the Pacific. He fought the Japanese. I would argue that he was probably also fighting the Nazis too because they were everywhere then.
We didn't say he was fighting the Nazis. We said he was. We said he was fighting communism. That's not the same. That we were talking about Cuba and the Soviet Union, not the Nazis. He was not even in that generation. Thank you.
No, JFK was. Yeah. JFK was in World War II.
What I'm saying is, as when he was president, when he was the Democratic president that I was talking about earlier, referring to my wife, that's what I was talking about.
Right. Right. So, all right. Anyways, what do we got? Well, you deleted one of Tony. I'm gonna say you deleted it, but I'm gonna have to say it. I thought this is hilarious, so I'm gonna say it because I'm a big guy too.
I'm gonna leave. You're gonna let people troll me on here? That's why I don't come on here, because your gun community trolls me every time I come on.
It's a joke. Come on.
They can't control themselves.
Neither can you sometimes. But again, so can I can nearly control myself either. So
So this guy, let this guy put himself out in the public, and then let people judge him, and then I will take his criticism. But these people who troll are not going to get any time from me. So sorry.
All right. Did I say he fought Nazis? I thought I thought I said that he was fighting. He was in World War II. He would know how brutal the communists were. So
they were fascists, not communists.
And the Nazis were, yeah. Well, technically, they were nationalists and socialist. It's different. I mean, the only countries that were really fascist at the time was the part of Spain that was fascist and Italy that was fascist.
That's true.
Because Italy kind of started the whole trend with the black shirts. Which, by the way, I need to point this out, like I've been pointing this out for almost years now since they've been a group. Antifa is dressing up in black, and they're using black masks. And hey, guess what? If you're trying to fight fascism, don't dress in black, because fascism is associated with the color black. You ever hear of the black shirts?
So Rich White said I said that he learned about communism fighting the Nazis. I never said the word Nazi.
Well, if I said that, fine.
Yeah.
I meant the Japanese then.
That was a different war.
I meant the Japanese. So, Rich, stop nitpicking, Rich. First warning. Zorro says, after my Sterog, I'll buy an M1A. Yeah, just don't buy a Springfield Armory one. If you're gonna buy like an M1A or like a semi-auto M14, I would go with like a James River Armory from Classic Firearms, one of those. Or if you could find a Polytech or an Norinco that was brought in before the bans, I would get that. Okay, Rich, that's strike 2. Let's go for 3 tonight. Come on.
I was like, I know I didn't say that.
Yep.
Anyway, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that give Springfield Armory a hard time. It's mostly political, which I'm against. I'm against giving any gun company a hard time based on politics. So, because the gun community
ended up
politics are
screwing
so
over
freaking weird anyway. You know, they're like hopscotch. They're like what's that game called where whack-a-mole? You know, one enemy pops up one day and you whack them on the head, and the next enemy they pop up and they whack them on the head, and they don't have any freaking standards to begin with.
Yes, Kingpin, this thing is still on. Yes.
He's like, you better cut it off now.
It's James River Armory. James River. Yeah, Zoro, I'll send you a couple links because I know a couple companies that do M1As or like M14 semi-autos. Because, quite honestly, it's not worth the money paying for a new Springfield Armory one if you're going to get one. If you want one that's more, you know, it's more like an original M14. You know, there's Fulton Armory. Yes, you're going to pay a bit more, but if you want a decent replica, or not replica, but you know, a working rifle, one decent one, James River Armory does some really nice M14 semi-autos. But again, as I said, you know, if you could get some, if you can find a Norwinko or an old Polytech M14S, then that would be better overall by just replacing some of the parts with some USGI parts. Not the barrel; the barrel's fine, but just some of the other parts. You'd have a better rifle overall than you would at Springfield. Just saying.
Well, I mean, okay, so our rifle club president has like an armory, and so once a month he'll bring out whatever you want to shoot. One month he brought out an M1A. We were banging steel at 400 yards. You didn't even have to try. It was just like point and shoot, okay? So the only problem I have with people is that they judge a gun by some sort of political filter instead of what it will actually do. There's nothing absolutely wrong with the Springfield M1A. There's just absolutely nothing wrong with it. Now, if you want to say, well, I hate Springfield, well, that's another issue. You know,
they screwed over the entire state of Illinois with their politicking.
I'm just saying. Okay, well, judge it. If you want to judge Springfield as a company, that's fine. But don't judge the rifle based on the politics of the company. It's silly. It's just plain silly. You can't. I mean, I was sitting there banging probably 3-inch groups at 400 yards. It's not a big, it was nothing. Open sights. Come on, man.
I'm not buying a Springfield Armory. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying.
Unless it's the original Springfield Armory.
Because we also have, as consumers in a free market, we have choice, and that's fine. I'm just saying this thing that we have on the YouTube gun community where we judge rifles based on the company that produces them is silly. Okay? It's just ridiculous.
I'm of the opinion that I would rather boycott a company that does something wrong than reward them.
Okay, that's fine too. But I'm saying completely 100% objectivity. If you're going to sit down and judge a rifle, do that. And then put the rifle aside and then judge the company. And if you don't want to buy it, say fine. But you can't just say the Springfield M1A sucks just because the company itself sucks.
I didn't say the rifle.
It's not the same.
I said I don't support the company. So if you're going to buy one, if you want an M1A, then you want a Springfield Armory M1A, all I'm going to say is don't buy it new. That way you're not supporting the company, you're supporting the person that has it. Yeah.
Now look at Justin Grimm has got a good idea. Buy one used. That's the best idea anyway because you could probably get a better deal. So I'm talking about objectivity, which is a missing the missing link in the gun community, this objectivity. So anyway, I've already been kicked out of the gun community. I don't care what I say. I don't care what they think either.
Well, I care what you say, even if I want to argue with you.
I'm just saying I've shot all these guns and there's nothing wrong with them. Sit there and put 400 rounds through stupid thing.
I didn't say there was anything
no
wrong
failures
with
to feed, banging.
Other than the manufacturer.
Yeah. No, and that to me, it's two different things, right? So
I didn't say the guns were made poorly. I just said I wouldn't buy one because of Springfield armor.
now I was looking at the CMP. The reason I'm saying this is because you can buy a brand new M1A for the same price you can buy 50-year-old freaking Garand, and whatever. And when I was a kid coming up, we called them Garands. Okay, it was only the onslaught. Okay, I'm 57 years old. It was only the onslaught of the internet where you had these gun snobs who started calling them Garands or whatever the hell we're calling them. We called them Garands when I was growing up. So whatever. Again, I give two ifs.
We got our own gun snob in here. His name's Artisan Tony.
No, I'm fighting for the non-snob.
Oh yeah, the non-snob.
Oh really? Okay, so you've heard people like in my generation who call them Garand, and you've heard people say it's not Garand. It's not Garand, and they're hipsters with their finely trimmed beards and their ponytails,
So I'm looking at Grab a Gun right now, and apparently, check this out. They're selling. I'm going to show this. I'm not going to show the price or anything because I can get in trouble for that. I just want to share this. So, here, let's see. They're selling World War II commemorative 12 gauge buckshot, 2 3/4. Look at that. Brass.
That's pretty.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's good looking.
I think it's like $20 for 5 rounds.
But you can reload them.
You can reload them. And it comes in that wooden box, so that's pretty cool. I saw that. I'm not, go to Grab a Gun if you want to buy them. But again, I'm not going to show the price. But
why aren't you showing the price?
Those look pretty nice. Because YouTube will say it will go after me for that because it's against YouTube rules.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought no, you can't show how to manufacture them. You can show the price.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like $20 for 5 rounds. I mean, that's a little high, but again, you are getting
kind of weird. None of my reloading videos have been taken down. I don't understand that whole rule yet.
I don't understand it either, but they said don't upload new ones, so.
Well, it depends on who you are.
Rich White is saying send all complaints to shooting left of center at gmail.com. Yep. Yep, send all complaints there. He's our complaint department.
It's funny.
So,
at least Rich still has a sense of humor.
Yeah, Kingpin says, at Jason Stewart sent me a box like that for 45 auto. Very cool box. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
No, I would, that's the kind of thing I would buy the ammo just for the box.
That box is nice, but I'd also buy that ammo just for those shells because those shells are reusable because they're brass. They don't make shells like that anymore for 12 gauge.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them as much.
Have you ever been to? Doesn't Numeric have them? Not Numeric. It's what's that reloading place I go to?
Natchez.
Name another one.
Midway USA.
No.
Brownells.
No. It's just for. Pretty sure.
Natchez is one of the big ones. There's also Cabela's. Bass Pro?
Ballistic Products.
Ballistic Products, okay.
Not Ballistic Products. Is that what? Let me look. Let me see if that's it. Yeah. See, MagTech brass shot shells hulls. You can still buy them. Ballistic products.
Okay, so you can still buy them. I see them. I don't see them often when I go out and buy ammo, or I don't see them often at PSA. So that's why I'm saying that they're not always out there.
No, I mean, you're going to order them, right? You don't find them in the stores. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, anyways, yeah. When we go off air, I need you to open that package and make sure that everything's in there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I don't think the T-shirts are going to fit, but I'm still excited.
Well, I did my best with what I had available, so.
I'm just kidding.
I know one of them won't fit you, but that one isn't for you.
It's for Alex or Barrett.
Well, so.
I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
So.
I'll make a video. As a matter of fact, I won't even open it. What's funny is when my wife brought the package in, I was working on some drawings today. I was off to do, and my wife said, "Here, you got this package," and I was like, "That's cool. That must be my camo stocking from Gear Websites." Did you see those? They're pretty awesome.
I did not see those. I'll have to go check those out when we're done.
Oh yeah. G-Web sewed them up himself.
Uh-oh.
He claims he did. I don't know.
G-Webs is knitting again? Uh-oh. Watch out.
I've asked him one time, what's that machine? He won't tell me. It's like a trade secret. He's afraid I'll buy one and start competing against him.
It's not a trade secret, I can tell you which one.
I know, I'm just kidding. He actually told me one time, I just forgot.
If you ask him, he will tell you.
He told me, I forgot. But I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. All right, so Jason Stewart says my dealer has the shot shells as well. 45, 30-06, and 30 carbine. World War II load and wooden box. Awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty popular actually among reloaders.
Yeah. I mean, I know my local Ace Hardware sells the military surplus double-aught buck from Winchester. You know, where it's the green shells.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I get those occasionally if I just want to go and shoot. I don't necessarily use them for hunting. I just use them for target practice.
I still buy the plastic hulls though because I have those Russian roll crimpers. those things are awesome, man. Somebody actually left a comment on one of my videos the other day. You know, it's the Russian roll crimper, and they were like, "Well, they do the what's it called at the factory where it does the crimping, the fan fold. What's it called? Where it's not roll crimped. It's like the little fan fold. It's like the factory crimping where you have a little, where it's all crimped to the center, and it's like little triangles or whatever. Where it's overlapped. Huh?
The fold over?
Yeah, the standard crimping, the factory crimping.
Okay.
And he was asking me if the roll crimper would do that. I was like, no, dude, that's they won't do that.
You need bigger, better equipment for that.
That's why they call it a roll crimper.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, guys. I think we are gonna head out here. We started a little late, but we're ending a little late too. So it'll even itself out off eventually. So
I feel like we didn't really get into anything controversial.
Well, we almost did. We almost did. So, all right, guys. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you when we see you. So, have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you probably Monday on Match Chat, or if you don't see me on Match Chat, you'll see me Tuesday nights at 9:00 Eastern. Hit or miss.
Come on, I said kiss my butt.
Now, how do I turn this damn thing off?
For blocking me.
All right. Shut up, the infringed!